All right, and of course, YouTube is going to ignore me. Why am I not surprised? YouTube doesn't like me. Okay. I think we're live, so, all right. All right. Muting you guys for a brief moment. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to what I call this, Code with Moros. I'm really, like, structured and organized. All right. Um, so what I'm going to be doing now is I'm going to be taking part in the 4 megabyte game jam. It's a game jam. It's hosted by Real Dwight, and they got a great thing going on here. Basically, you got to make a game in 4 megabytes or less, which is great. There's a whole bunch of rules that I'm going to completely ignore because none of them apply to what I'm actually going to do. Um, also, I'm a judge, so full disclosure, I'm a judge, and none of this is actually going to count towards like the prize or anything like that. It's just for laughs. It's going to be great fun and all that. Um, so, but if you want to join the conversation, I've got people in a voice chat with us, and we're just gonna chill out and have a conversation while I'm doing this. If you want to join us, head on over to our Discord and look forward to seeing you. In the meantime, let's go ahead and get started here. I'm going to unmute my buddies so that we can talk again. There we go. You guys are unmuted. I've done my intro. We are ready to go. So, so the basic idea of what I wanted to do here was I wanted to start a project from scratch and basically see what I can get accomplished in the 3 hours leading up to the deadline. And you can see we got, 2 hours, 59 minutes, all sorts of fun stuff. All right, let me get back to the voice chat channel there. All right, y'all don't have to be muted. You can talk to me. That's fine. If you want to, that is. So the theme is worms, holes, and wormholes. All right, and I got 4 megabytes to do it at. So in what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a library called Raylib. It's a very powerful, very easy to use library. It comes with a lot of you know built-in functionality. They have a lot of examples. You can go to their website, take a look at the examples. Not only do they give you the example itself running, but they also give you the code for that example. So it's really handy if you're learning or maybe you're new to using Raylib and you want to understand how to use some of their features. They've got examples complete with the code for you. Real nice. I recommend checking them out. It's also really good. Also, today I will be using Grok. This is not in any way sponsored, by the way, but I felt like I wanted to explain my rationale for using it and for everybody else. I know that LLMs and AI generally is a sort of a hot topic, and I want to say I want to say that well, I don't rely on it exclusively for whatever answer that I'm asking from it. I use it as sort of a replacement for like traditional venues that you would search for a programming problem like Stack Overflow. And what Grok allows me to do is I get asked the question and I get an answer back. I don't have to ask the question or search through like a backlog of already answered questions looking for the one golden goose that has the answer that I'm looking for. Instead, I just type in what I want. It spits out an answer. It might be right, it might be wrong, but if I did the same thing on Stack Overflow, I got the same chances. And yeah, I'm sorry. hmm Yeah. Yeah. So one of the people in our chat just mentioned that you can actually ask it to list off the references so that you can actually go and check that out. I have found personally that sometimes they will link to pages that don't exist or or just fabricated links. So like that's not always reliable, But when it is, like when they do get it right and they have the reference there, it's really great to bolster your confidence in the output that it's giving you. But like I said, I never take its output at face value. I just sort of use it to sort of complement, um, basically basically as an advanced search engine instead of having to search like sites like Stack Overflow is really all it is. All right, but let's uh let's get into something that we all love being into. A terminal. Everybody loves a terminal, right? All right. All right. So we're going to come in here. I suppose it would help if I actually typed everything out, right? All right. So let's go ahead and make a directory. Let's call this what? 4MB game jam 2025. Uh-huh. So you can tell that I am used to being in a Linux terminal. You can't hide you can't you can't hide it when you're on stream, right? You can't hide it. All right, so now we're going to start VS Code here, and then we'll be able to actually start doing stuff. So uh, I'm not going to be explaining how to use VS Code or how to use the stuff that I'm using, but basically it's a code editor. You know what a code editor is. If you don't, search an LLM or use Google or something. All right, so we're going to create a file. We're going to call this notes. All right, so we're just going to sort of outline our expectations. Let me zoom this in so people are able to read this maybe a little bit better on the stream. All right, so I'm sorry. Chatter just said it looks like Word in dark mode. All right, fun stuff. So we're going to use Raylib. All right. You use VS Code. These are the obvious ones. We're going to use Grok because I already said so. I'm just throwing this out there. The theme for the jam is worms, holes, and wormholes. Yeah. All right. All right. So rules. These are my rules. These are not the rules of the jam. Okay. Um, no copy paste from outside sources. So like if I want to copy and paste inside my own stuff, that's fine. But if I want to reference somebody else's code, like I can't just come into the Raylib example and be like, oh yeah, I like that. That's super great. Yeah. Oh, done. I'm done. Finished. Game jam over. I'm sorry. All right. This applies to example code. This applies to anything produced by ChatGPT. Um, it applies to other source code, unless, of course, it's a library. Like if it's branded as a library, like if I'm including a header, I don't consider that copy and paste. I consider that using the library. It's not like I'm going to be compiling Raylib. I don't think it's fair that I have to type in all of Raylib. Okay. So that you know what? I would do asteroids if I could manage to get Raylib done in under 3 hours. I would do asteroids in Raylib. Or Pong. Pong would be easier. Pong with circles, with circle paddles. All right. So, um, under goals, we want to have automatic building. Sorry. First, we want cross-platform building. Specifically, we want Windows and Emscripten at the very least. Linux, if there's time, because that's where Linux belongs. Um, we want automatic building on repository push. So also we will be using GitHub and obviously Git, all sorts of fun stuff. Now, fortunately, VS Code has a built-in integration. I don't like it, but I also don't feel like installing a Git client on my Windows because I don't use Git on Windows, at least not directly. Well, it's the source control built into VS Code, so it sort of still applies. All right. Now, now I have to come up with ideas. Like, what do we want to do? Now, those of you here, this is sort of my only real rule. Um, you guys got any ideas for anything else that I should or should not be allowed to do in this little jaunt? I do have the Jeopardy music playing in my head, by the way. Okay, um, so one of the goals will be to use release mode instead of debug mode. So, for the people watching the VOD, Duat has just suggested that I do some sort of size coding, like some sort of compression or whatever, to be in the spirit of the game jam. And this is my answer to that: use release mode instead of debug mode. Heard ya. uh, all right. So, and also we're going to use CMake. This will be to do our cross-platform. So, let's go ahead and get started with at least getting Raylib going. So we need to have Raylib in order for us to even have this. So let's go get Raylib. Let's see here. Go ahead and get the latest. Get the code. Download the zip because we're on Windows and I'm not using I'm I'm raw dogging I, I'm raw dogging master. I'm on the bleeding edge. that's that's all right. It's fine. All right, let's go ahead and extract it. All right. All right. And oh, all right, let's go ahead and close that out. Let's go ahead and rate lib. All right, so we're starting over from scratch. So basically, well, I'm not going to mess with the file system too much. I'm just going to go ahead and minimize that. I want to do most of the work from inside here anyway. So let's go ahead and grab cmake lists.txt. All right. And now the wiki for Raylib is where you're going to find a lot of information about it if you're not on their Discord server. This is a great place to look. In fact, I would say this is the only place you want to look. You only go to the Discord server to ask for help if you're really stuck. Um, so let's see here. CMake. Working anywhere with CMake. I like it. All right, so requiring Raylib to be installed. No, we don't want that. We want to build Raylib ourselves. We don't want to. If you want, download Raylib and build it. It does if I copy it. If I copy it, which I'm not, I'm going to be using it as a reference. Yeah. And use OCR. All right. So all right. Let's make everybody hate the name of this thing from the start. Um, I don't need the export compile commands. I don't need any of this because I'm actually just including Raylib. So I believe including Raylib should be as simple as add directory, add subdirectory, and then Raylib. I think. I don't know. We'll find out in a second. All right, and then add executable, and then is project name something that they define? No. Okay, that's actually yeah. I'm also going to be referencing my own stuff as well, code that I've made. Let's see here. Where are you? Da, 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 ba, 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 ba. There we go. That's what I need. So, like I said, setting this up initially is going to be what's the most like boring part. Hmm. Yes, most certainly is. Absolutely. Right. Target link libraries, and then yeah. Also, I don't consider an LSP to be copy and paste. An LSP is a feature of your IDE, has nothing to do with cutting or pasting. Yeah, exactly. All right. CMake. Yes. I can't believe that there is. I'm aware that there's an LSP for Bash. It's actually really good. Yeah. Yeah. There is absolutely an LSP for that. It's amazing, isn't it? All right, so I'm gonna need to create a source directory because my thing requires it. Uh, the way I do things, I put things in a separate source folder, and most people do, most projects do. All right, and then let's just get something basic in here. Um, just a basic raylib example, just to get this going. So first we're going to include raylib.h, and we're going to int main. Sure, we're not doing any of the C isms. Yeah, but I'm using C++, so screw C. All right, so let's go. Let's do it right because we're using C++. I'm probably going to change this later. So, all right, one of our chat people doesn't know what it means for const expr. I'm going to briefly explain in a very poor but broad way that sort of gives you the idea. Um, a const expression is something that occurs at compile time. So at compile time, you know what this value is. In fact, you can see later on, like if I was to put this in here and I hover over it, yeah, it's basically like the the C++ equivalent of doing a macro. Yeah, except it's strictly typed and it's evaluated at runtime. So you got the C++. Yeah, you got the C++ protection for the types. Um, yeah, and it's not polluting the global namespace. Like it's scoped. So like this is in the main scope. If I put it up here, it would be in the global scope. But I don't need it to be in the global scope. So, anyways, but that also means like if I do a calculation, like for instance, if I needed to do a calculation that was, this is slightly just, like say I need uh, uh, 30 frames per second, and I don't want to do the calculation by hand. I just do 1.0 divided by 30. And this calculation is done at compile time. So, okay. So that makes it so, well, there's a couple of benefits to this. One, you're not paying for this calculation at runtime. It, and there's a lot more complex stuff that you can do between this and templates and all that sort of like meta programming type stuff. And I'm not going to go there. I'm not that. All right. Right. Actually, let's do this like it's a web page. This is so we don't have to deal with any of the time calculations if we're going to be naive. We're gonna be naive. I have a limited time schedule, so we're gonna be naive. All right. You know what I should do though? I should really uh try to get. I need to just return zero here and not include anything because I need to get Raylib downloaded and uh, configured so that I have in my tool chain so that I can detect it. So I need to open another project that I have. It's my code. It's my code. I'm allowed to copy from it. Wait, I need to open a new window. Where's my menu? What the hell happened to my menu? Oh my god. Why? No, that has nothing to do with Windows. This is how VS Code is handling the zoom. Here, watch it. See? Has not. See, okay. Do I? You gotta not blame literally everything on Windows. All right, let's open up Raylib. You can do it. I have faith in you. Now, what? Oh, that's so bad. I love it. All right. Where is it? I know I've got VS Code stuff so that I don't have to. There we go. I knew I would find it. All right. All right. So let's just go ahead and before I do this, a refresher on the rules. No copy and paste from outside source. This is something I wrote. I'm allowed to use it. All right. Let's create a folder. .vs code. New file. This would be the CPP properties. .json. JSON. All right. We're gonna get rid of. Oh man, because I'm going into Windows now. Okay, great. Let's get rid of the mscript. Oh, this is literally just for. Oh man. Oh man, what? I'm very disappointed right now. Is what it is. It just means that I'm gonna have to configure this myself. That's okay. We'll work through it. Okay. So, well, before I said setting it up was gonna be the big one, right? All right. So let's go ahead and configure this. Uh, x86-64. Yeah. All right. And then debug. What is it not detecting my project? I've got project executable and that. Yeah, it should. Okay, well, I guess it's just going to try to build all of it, which is fine. Let's see what happens. Get ready for errors. Nice. Maybe they've been doing it silently. Yeah, you never know. Well, the nice part about this is it's building Raylib now. Um, First time? No errors? First time? That is freaking awesome. Let's see here. All right. That means we need to go here, debug. Oh, hallelujah. Thank you, Jesus. It's not going to do anything. Nope. Because we haven't actually told it to do anything. But now let's see if it detects Raylib when you try to compile it. All right. Let's go ahead. Build. And it's going to be like, what? Excuse me? Oh, but I'm not using anything. Okay. Now I've actually got to try to use something. So let's take this out. Let's do this. Let's do a forever while loop and then return 0 here. That should be fine. That never hurt anybody, right? It worked first try. All right. Build, debug, and it's not responding. Is it is it because I'm not doing anything? All right, now that's annoying. Why does it start up on the other monitor over here? That's not cool. No, no, I can't work this way. I can't work that way. Okay, so we're not out of the woods yet. Let's take a look at what the example code has and see where I'm messing up here. Um, and notice how I'm not shirking the blame off on Raylib here. Accepting responsibility for it completely myself. Totally Raylib's fault. Anyways, all right, let's take a look here. All right, so that there, but this wouldn't even be okay. So all right, let's go ahead and set a debug. There we go. Oh, now it's showing it. Well, but what this means now though is that I can launch it in the debugger. Um, I fixed this once upon a time. I know I fixed this. Or maybe you know what? Let's not use that. Let's just use this one. Build examples. Why is the, oh. I know what the problem is. I have this configured globally. All right, let's oh my God, where I hate when things are resized, how nothing is where it should be. Okay, sorry, stream. I need to actually see what I'm doing. All right. All right, so build, and it would be not examples, it would be uh, debug. There we go. Now let's see what happens. There we go. And it's still not responding. That's weird. All right, so I'm going to save this. I'm going to make a copy of this. Uh, you, You don't need to draw anything to use the while loop. At least I don't think so. Maybe this is just my, oh, hey, look at that. Look at this. Okay, yeah. Awesome. See, I knew it would work. Told you. Yeah. All right, all right, and let's go ahead clear background. Let's go that's Glitch's favorite color. Purple. Greetings and salutations. Oh, the font size. There we go. All right, let's save it. Let's build it for debug. See what happens. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's what it was. And that's totally readable. That'll pass accessibility, right? Accessibility, right? I mean, a screen reader would work with this, right? Right, Linux users? Yeah. All right. So, what we have here, and then I'm going to go ahead. We need to set up the Git repo. We need to set up the Git repo. All right. So, just gonna leave this here. Let's go ahead. My God, the zoom levels. Sorry, I need to be able to read this stuff. So I'm not going to be catering to the stream. I need to be able to work. Sorry. Yeah, like I'm sorry for people who are on phones and whatnot. Like, sorry. All right, what's the errors that it's giving me? Uh, dev at 9, add executable policy. What policy? Okay, whatever. It, it okay, and it's because I don't have a CMake minimum required version 3.10. Why not? Right? Right? Is that it? Was that your beef with me? All right. Okay, there we go. Yeah, that's what we wanted. That's what they wanted. That's what they get. We're just gonna do another quick test build. Everything working. Great. Um, where where did my stuff go? Okay. You want there's a whole oh come on. There's a whole side panel here where you can select between the different stuff, and it's not because I did all of the resizing and stuff. I hate this. Microsoft, do better. You blame Windows for everything. I'm blaming Microsoft. There's a subtle difference. Okay, so apparently I'm not going to be able to see. Okay, if I focus on this, it's going to just piss me off. It's an OCD thing. Like there's something that's supposed to be here, that's not here, and it's yeah, something like that. Okay, so let's go ahead and go to go to GitHub. Well, I may figure if everybody's going to reinvent how terms are, pronounced after the fact, after culture has taken it over already, and they're going to redefine it after the fact. I figure it's fair to, call JIT JIT, and and people will be confused. They'll think I'm talking about just-in-time compiling. No, I'm talking about version control. Trying. You think I'm not going to make it? You want to place any friendly wagers on it? Half the prize pool. Half the prize pool says I make it. I'm so glad. Faster than a speeding cursor. Can leap debug code in a single bound. All right, so we're just going to call this initial commit and add like everything that changed, which is like everything we've made. So it worked. Oh no, I need to have an ignore. I need to ignore a whole bunch of raylib shit. You know what? Fuck it. YOLO! I got shit to do. I got shit to do. Let's do this. Would you like to stage all your changes and commit them directly? Yes. Yes, I would. What could possibly go wrong? Now, all right. All right. So we've got that. All right. And now we're going to push it. Push it good. The main branch the main branch main has no remote branch. Would you like to publish this branch? Oh, that's what this is. Okay, publish. Okay. See, I'm so used to using like better software for Git than this. Here's what I'm used to. Okay? Like when I want to do something, I use this. This is what I use for doing Git. So like the built-in for VS Code is just absolutely dog shit compared to and dog shit slow. You see how long it took to do that? Okay, here we go. All right. So now I'm going to pull this to make sure that it builds with Scriptum. So, yes. All right. So, bring this over here. This is my Linux, and I've got PGE Tinker running right now. I'm going to shut that down because I don't need that. Keep talking. Yeah, I know. It's canonical. Uh, Anybody who's watching on the on YouTube or Twitch, if you want to join the conversation or hear what I'm reacting to, you come over to the Discord. If you're on YouTube, the link is in the description, and yeah, just go to this website or search up 4MG Jam 2025 on itch.io. Scroll way the fuck down. all the way down here because there's where you go. Okay? Go there. Do it. Do it now. All right. Anyways, so what was I? Oh yeah, that's right. I'm scripting. All right. All right. So the beautiful part about this is after I've got this set up, it's going to be very easy for me to just jump back and forth between all of the stuff. So let's go ahead. I need this so that I can clone it. Okay. So now we go. I really did give it a bad name, didn't I? So we see. All right. All right. So now let's see our emcc-v. Let's see what version we are. 4.08. That is currently the latest version of Emscripten. All right. So emc make -s dot -b build and I do. What am I doing here? What am I doing wrong? Oh, I'm an idiot. I'm still an idiot. Okay, so rough build. There we go. All right, now. And now we wait. Yeah, so the people in the chat are joking about how I removed the French language pack, and that's how it solves all the problems. Lovely. Okay, so that built, which is great. Let's invoke Python. All right, and then go to a browser, localhost, doxing myself here. All right, and up. So it produced only a JSON file. Weird. What what could possibly have gone wrong? Did I perhaps misspell something? That project. My CMake file had a lisp. My project name. All right, I don't need to be in. Okay, so mm-hmm. So this is the. Am I correct here? This is the. Hold on here. Okay. I'm a moron. Okay. First of all, I need to delete all of this. All right, and then that's going to have all of those changes. Okay. Dot get ignore build. Oops. All right. Yep. All right. So let's go ahead and. Oh man, I have to click through all of this shit. Oh, I hate this so much. I. What? There's not a commit all. Where's the? stage. Where's this? Really? I just want to stage it all. Come on, man. All right, I don't want to stage this one yet. I want to do all of the other shit first. You're not wrong. All right. There we go. Okay, you're allowed to do sane things apparently. Okay. So I need to now commit that. What? No message? I don't have to put a message? Ugh. Yeah, I don't know what's happening here. It's completely. I really don't. I really, really don't have time for this. What the hell does this even mean? I've never had to deal with this. Oh, oh. Remove build artifacts from repo. Dumbass. That is the lamest interface ever. that that is stupidest. Stupidest of the stupidest. We're gonna go after the millionaires and the billionaires. Add ignored files. I'm okay. As long as I don't have to fix problems, it's fine. But doing this was painful. That was painful. In a minute, I'm going to show you what that would have been like if it was just on the Linux. Okay, so hold on. Oh man. So lazy git. Let's go ahead. All right. So because I've got build here, so I'm going to have to pull. Okay, what changes did I make here that are not involving the build? I didn't. I didn't yet. Okay, good. This is good. So now we go and we just pull. All right. Changes overwritten by the merge. Blah, blah, blah. Please stash your changes. Oh, how about we just hit the D button? There we go. Oh, oh, so easy. Oh, oh, file exists. Another Git process is using it. What Git process is using it? Am I? I am not. No, I'm not. No, this is a complete no. This is a completely different thing. Okay, so here's what. So here's the beautiful part. All right, I'm on I'm on Linux. So there's a lock file, right? Yeah. There we go. Easy peasy. All right, and now I did not. Oh, I did. So I did include the changes there. That's fine. That's fine. I made my CMake files not have a Lisp anymore. Now it can speak. All right. So now I know, I know. All right, so let's rebuild the cache and rebuild it. And I don't know why they think that. I really don't. All right. All right, and then where's my Python? There we go. Where's my Python? All right, there we go. The HTML. And look, it works! I finally invented something that works. All right, anyways. All right, so we know. All right. All right, so now we've proven that it builds with script, and now I have to make it automatically build in the pipeline. So now we get. See, the beautiful part about this is something I have already coded. So I'm allowed to use it. I, I, I don't have to type it all because I've already made it. I love the fact that I have rules that make sense. All right, let's close this out. All right, so now I get to modify my own code to do this. Let's see here. Um, we need to build. Can leave that. Okay, okay, so anything unless it's a library, like a header that I'm including, I don't have to worry about that. That's not breaking the rule. Um, but like if it's something that I'm putting into my source code, I have to type it myself, or it has to be something that I have already written. Okay, so I'm scripting, building on just reviewing my code here to make sure that that should work just fine. Upload artifact. We'll call this 4 megabyte game jam game ham. Sure. 2025. Almost. Almost. All right, and then what is it built to? Um, it just goes to. It just does it straight into the build. Sweet. All right, so build and it'd be. Wait. Okay. And then this one. Da, da, da. Don't need that. So this is the beautiful part about not having to worry about Windows. Sorry, Linux, I mean. Because I don't need that. All right. Don't need this option. S that dash D CMake build type equals release. And then I think this would be release. And if I take a look at greetings and salutations. All right, so I'm going to switch this over to release and reconfigure it to see that that's indeed what happens. So that when I get this up into the repository, it actually does a decent job. Okay. And then now let's go ahead and build it. So how are we all doing? Like while we're waiting, might as well have a conversation. So here's the thing. Like I said, the bulk of this time is going to be the busy work, setting up the repo, setting up the pipeline, setting up the stuff so that I could actually be coding right now if I wasn't worried about being, I want to build it automatically. So whenever I push it, I don't have to be like, does it work on Windows? It works on Windows, but does it work on the web? I don't want to have to stop what I'm doing to test it on the web. I just want to click over onto the repo, look at the action results, and see that it's built. That's all. Yeah, all I want. Okay, it built. Now where did it put it? Build, release, and that's where it is. Sweet. You know what? Let's go ahead and take a look at that folder here. Reveal in File Explorer. How big is that? 470K. I've got 3.5 megabytes to play with. I am the Uber. I'm kidding. Okay, that tells me a lot right there. That makes me happy. Yep, I told it's in my notes when you told me to do size coding. Here we go. This is size coding right here. Let me make it bigger so everybody can read it. Hold on. There we go. Here, let's give it its own space. Like there we go. Put it more in the middle. There we go. All right. Oh, we don't. All right, so let's do a little checklist. Our goals: use Raylib, check. All right, VS Code, check. Grok, we haven't used him yet. All right, GitHub, check. Git, check. Use release mode, check. And use CMake, check. So far, we're doing it. Cross-platform building, check. All right. So we've got a lot of goals, a lot of things that are done. Automatic building on the repository. Okay, that's what we're working on right now. All right. All right, so let's go ahead and move this down here so that it's not in, like, these are things that we've already done. I like that. Progress. It makes me feel like I've accomplished something in the last hour. All right, so we haven't quite gotten to the whole game thing. All right, let's take Ubuntu out of here. We don't need Ubuntu. Eh. All right, artifacts. Let's drop Ubuntu from that, and then I'm just gonna do just a broad replace of escape the machine. And what did I call it? Make sure. So if we do that, 4 MB, so it's this, literally this right here. All right, so let's I love find and replace. This is what we like to call refactoring code in easy mode. All right. And then on Windows, it's okay. Oh, we don't need Ubuntu here. All right. Copy, release, star. Yep. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and push that and see what breaks. This can this can only end in tears. All right, so let's go ahead and stage this. We'll commit this. We'll call this update progress. Maybe we'll end up renaming notes to changelog eventually, but right now, fuck it. All right, and Bill, let's go ahead. Go add build workflow first try, maybe. Let's hope. All right, so now triggering this because we're putting it push and then pull requests to either of those branches, which I only have the main branch anyway, but because it's on push, it should, in theory, be triggering our first workflow, which it does not appear to be. Do I need to activate it? It's a new. Did I not put it in the right folder? I didn't put it in the right folder. All right. Yeah. Whoopsies. Let's take a look here. It's workflows. Okay. All right. And then all right. So all right. So right now we're only going to sit through this the first time to see that it does what it's supposed to do, and then anytime it fails in the future, I'm just going to assume it's because I screwed something up. Oh, 4.0.9 has been released. I need to update my Emscripten. This is good to know. God, I love it when things just work. Look at that. Look at that. Done. Yeah, you know what was great about that? Did you see how it had to pull Emscripten down, install it and whatnot, and Windows is still waiting to build it? Like it's almost done. There we go. And now it's on the release. So, okay. So now we got some debugging to do. So the builds succeed. Now I've just got to figure out what happened in the release aspect of it. Okay, so unable to download artifacts. Artifact not found. Okay, so let's figure out what went wrong there. So, artifact. Oh, okay. I typed it in manually down here. And I needed to... Oh, wait, no, I didn't type it in manually. I did... Oh, refactoring. Let's do it again. All right. Paying very close attention this time. There we go. Let's skip this one and that one as well. Oh wait, no. Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. All right. I think I should change. All right. So, a lot of this is going to be me testing the changes. So, instead of like being meaningful with the commit messages. I'm just going to do that. And then I'm going to squash them later. But this is just to get the workflows working. So now we get to sit through this again. Now it's been an hour and 8 minutes. We're doing okay. All right. So now it's building as. All right. So we know that these built. We don't have to worry about that. Thankfully, this is not something we have to worry about. So I just got the email from GitHub telling me that the build failed. Yep. Did I tell you that I've recently spent way too much time working on CI pipelines? I did mention that, did I not? It's too bad I'm on a time crunch. I'd show everybody what I do for PGE Tinker. Make you sick with my bash scripting there, Dwight. You wait. You were making a game out of bash? Oh, you brave soul. Oh, oh, you are brave. Oh, oh man. I thought that was a joke. I thought that was a joke. I completely and totally thought that was a joke. Wow. Oh, oh my God. Oh God. All right, so it claims that everything is hunky dory, but I am going to go and double check by actually going to the latest release, because what this does is it generates a latest release. So every time something goes through that workflow, it becomes the latest release. So so I can download this, and I've got the web page and any of the assets. Let's go in here, extract it, and there we go. And it won't work because you actually have to have it on a server, unless you do a flag that forces it all to be in the single page. But I'm not going to do that. All right, and then let's take a look at what it does for Windows. Now, in theory, this should just run after you extract it and stuff. Uh, and okay, so I have some cleanup to do on the web version, because if we see here, okay, take care. Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, I thought we were such good friends. All right, so I need to. So Raylib needs to not be a part of this. This is not necessary. So I need to do a little cleanup here um, of that. I need just the these four files, these three files, I should say, and then the assets folder. So I'm going to go ahead and make those changes now so that that gets fixed. So let's go. How am I? So where's the unscripted one? Up here. Ah, here we go. So I need to remove. All right, I need to look at that. I think maybe instead of um, sorry, I'm struggling to vocalize here. So I'm thinking maybe instead of trying to um, include only what I want, because later on I'm going to have an assets folder. It's going to have all of that kind of stuff. It's going to have the data stuff. So instead, I think I'm going to go ahead and remove everything that's not in HTML, JS, or WASM, or the data, because when I have assets, data is going to be a file that's going to be there, and it's not there now because I don't have any assets yet. Um, so I think maybe I just make a list. Um, the files would go name, clean up, right, and then run, and then just go through the list. So we go um, rm-rf, c make, files, arraylib, and then we get to go through and get all of these. Where are, I lost my place. Why did I lose my place? Oh, there we are. Oh, I suppose I could do something clever. Does YAML allow this to happen? I don't know. We'll see. What I'd love to know is why all of a sudden these. Yeah. Oh, I know what the problem is. There we go. Whew. All right. All right. So now we get to push this up. Um, and again, we're just testing stuff. So I don't know. I don't have the. It might be that I just don't have the extension installed. Like I said, it could be just as simple as I don't have the extension installed for it. You, you and your Windows. All right. So, so now if we come up, we'll actually get a thing here, and it'll. All right. So let's go ahead and wait for this yet again. Like I said, I want to have this perfected before I start writing actual code. Because once I do, when there's a problem, I can just, oh, I've got a problem now. Hey, welcome back. So, mm. Yeah, no worries. If you got something you want to say, you can unmute briefly and do that. There's nothing stopping you. You're good. This, I know. Like the reason I'm actually in a voice chat right now is to have an interaction. Like I'm glad you're talking to me for God's sakes. Otherwise, I'd be staring blankly and be like, "All right, so it finished. All right, so that's my red shirt. Nice. Yeah, sure. We'll go with that. All right. So it was the wet. See, I wasn't gonna say anything, you know. All right, so okay, it didn't delete the stuff like I wanted it to. Um, so I think that maybe, and I'm gonna confirm it now. I think what happened is it ran the workflow from the previous one, and then I'm gonna have to run it again. Huh? Did it not get? Uh, let me. Ugh. You're welcome. So somebody asked me what my wallpaper was, and I indulged. Okay, so it does have it in there. Okay, I need to examine the output workflows. Oh no, duh, actions. All right, this would be for the unscripted one. Clean up pre-artifact. Huh? Mm-hmm. Okay, so I can't do fancy like multi-line stuff here. I gotta actually do it all on one line, which is fine. I'm not unhappy about this at all because presumably once I get this done, I'll never have to mess with it again, which will be nice. Uh, if so, one of the chatters is like, "Oh no, the 80 column rule. Someone is going to be sad and angry." It's okay. You're allowed to be upset. It's okay. I support you. It comes from the 80s, man. It comes from the 80s. Okay, that one appeared to actually work this time, but we'll know after it actually builds the release. Just waiting, 'cause I'm waiting, waiting, waiting on the world to change. Copyright strike. Oh, thank you. Appreciate it. I used to be the only tenor in a 97 member choir. That was many years ago. That was a lot of hair ago. Yeah, my brother's got it bad and he's sensitive about it and we joke around about him. Poor guy. All right. Get another one here. Let's close these folders out. All right, let's go ahead. I realize this is such a weird hill to die on, making sure that this is just so, but like once it's done, I'll never have to worry about it again. And that just means so much to me. Oh my God. What am I doing wrong? What am I doing wrong? Hold, I need to, okay. I need to, okay. So it builds and then it runs this. Do we recognize the problem that I've just had? Okay. Hold on here. Moros is a moron. That one's gonna stay. That's gonna be the commit there for that. Okay. While we're waiting for that, I'm gonna go ahead and clear this out again. Yet again. All right. We got a little bit of time here to talk about things. I'm hoping to have all of this done by 10:30. Take a short break and then actually dive into some code. Yeah, for the actual code, yeah. So I got a couple ideas, okay, that I've been sort of thinking about in my head. I could do like a top-down sort of thing where like it's a procedurally generated map, right? Where you're walking around and your goal is to pick up worms off the ground. Like you kick over rocks, pick up the worms, and then you take them back uh, to the home location. Except the home location is not home; it's the bait shop. Worms, bait. And then it's procedurally generated. So every time you turn it in, you come back out and you got fresh rocks that you got to kick over and all that sort of stuff. That was one idea. All right, has it finished yet? Nope, it's still doing it. Once again, waiting on Windows. All right, I have been pinged. You'll 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 be happy I stopped working on it now, and you cannot lose. Yay! I like games I can't lose. Yeah. It's the best way to win. All right. All right, we got this here now. Let's go in here, download this yet again, because the Windows one is working exactly as we expect it to. So why not? Da-ba-ba-bum. Perfect. Uh, oh, why did I? Okay, perfect. Nailed it. First try. You saw it here. To everybody that isn't going to back it up to look at all of my failures. Yep, nailed it. All right, there we go. That's what I was going for. Give me some adulation. Yeah, woo, woo, woo. Yes, let's go. Yeah. Thanks, Glitch. Okay. All right, so there's one more thing I want to check because I know that I've got assets that I need to like copy over, like if I have an assets folder and whatnot. So I'm going to take a look at my CMake folder here, see how I handle that. I think in Windows, I just copy it all over wholesale, or do I link to it in the directory and then how do I go about that? Yep, I just copy it. And I love that I have already done a lot of this work. I love it. It saves me so much pain. Okay, so, oh no, I don't want to be here. All right, so this is all right. What's the difference? Okay, and this has to be only. Let's expand this. We don't want it to be. Wait a second. Okay, I need to actually make that folder. So I'm going to go ahead and make that folder now and make a dummy file, dummy.txt, blah, not ball, blah. All right, just so that I can see where it goes. Um, I don't want that to go there though. I'm hoping, and this has to be project name. Okay, there we go. Now, why are you doing this again? Oh, hmm? Why is this doing this now? Come on. I thought we were over this. All right, anyways, so okay, where is it? It's copying it to here, and we want it to be in the actual directory. Okay, we need to copy it. I could hard code it, but that seems dirty. Well, okay, so like here's the thing. If I do that, then what happens uh, when I switch build modes? Like if I go back to debug because I need to debug something. I pro I probably will. Like when it gets down to it. Um, Static library. I like that it does that by default. That is so nice. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and all right. So this is our first opportunity to use grok. So now we get to check off grok. All right. And grok. Here we go. The destination of this needs to be sensitive to the build mode. Example, release, debug, rel with deb info, etc. CMake, skip the history lesson. These. Okay. Okay, so I'll thank it when it works. All right. So I did not generate this, so I have to actually type it out. So this is the part that my thing is missing. So it's not a lot that I have to type. Let's see if it's not hallucinating. It's an actual thing. All right. Now let's. That is not vibe coding. What I just did was equivalent to searching on Stack Overflow. It's just that I can't stand people. All right. So let's go ahead and reconfigure the CMake. Gonna refresh this. It's gonna change. It's gonna get rid of this because this is the obsolete thing, and then this is gonna be the only thing after it's done. All right, and now we try to build it. Okay. All right. Project file does not exist. You are mistaken, sir. Hey, look at what's working. Look at what's working. Huh? 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 And the thing is I don't have to upload and wait for this to know that it works. All I have to do is look and see that the files have been copied to the right folder. And then I'll just know that when I patch it, it'll work. All right, so in theory, build, release, assets. There we go. Perfect. Perfect. All right, now let's switch to debug and see if the AI did its job. Let's see what happens. Do I get to say thank you? Will I get to say thank you to it? Please, Skynet, please spare me, Skynet. Please, sir. I know, I just assumed your gender. I'm sorry. Please, it. Would you? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to assume your architecture. Are you? Do you identify as ARM or ARM 64? All right. Someone in my chat just said I am ARM 128. I'm loving this. This is great. Okay. So now we have a debug fault, and it does it. It is sensitive. Okay. So now we are going back to Grok, and that worked perfectly. Thank you. Oh, see? They're so polite when you're nice to them. Yeah, it's the people that like beat them up and insult them. All right. So let's go back to let's let's create like a new one so that we can just start the next question. So that was our first opportunity to use Grok this time. All right. I updated this. Gonna save that, and then we're gonna do one more test of the pipeline, the CI pipeline, and then I'm going to move on to actually doing code. We're not too far behind. It's just that, you know, and we don't need dummy.txt. That's just so I could test that. Okay. Wait, I did not stage you? No. No, you don't get to make it. Let's see here. Copy assets. Oh, no. There's one thing I have to do. I have to make sure if Okay, another question. Actually, maybe I don't have to ask that. str equal. Oh wait, no, I don't have to do anything fancy here. Else. Now, is it just else or do I have to do that? I can't remember. I hate CMake. I legitimately hate CMake, by the way, because it's actually extremely powerful. Come on, there's got to be an example of me using else in here somewhere. Of course there isn't. Of course there isn't. Um, well, it's just that I need to do um this specific stuff when it's not for the web. So copy assets when not web platform. All right. And screw making comments. Why am I making comments? Why am I doing comments right now? I'm on. Uh, I'm. It's, uh-huh. Funny, funny. With friends like these, who needs enemies? Anyway, all right. Build. Okay. So, in order for me to know that this works, I need to generate it from scratch. This is the. This is another tedious point. All right. Let's rebuild, reconfigure. Yada 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 yada. I'm on Windows, and I've demonstrated time and again how much longer it takes to build this shit on Windows. But for some reason, that's the platform I'm developing on. Don't ask me why. There we go. See, I knew there was a reason. Okay, and it does copy that stuff over just fine. Okay, good. All right. All right. Okay, so now let's go ahead and all right. So the copy assets for non-web platforms, because that'll matter later on as well. I could have sworn that I just. I'm gonna have to clean this up in a Git situation that I actually understand it to use. Yes, because hitting enter is. All right. What is it automatically pushing? Okay. I think. More coffee. Thursday. Thursday? Just a little coffee drinking ASMR for my stream viewers while we wait for this to finish doing its thing. Would you look at this? It's sitting here frozen. Building. It sat here for like what? Over a minute. Right here. Like, okay. I mean, that tracks. Like, if I had to use macOS because of what I did for work, that would probably make me mad too. Hmm. Okay. That's hilarious. All right, so that failed, and it's because the assets folder didn't have any like files in it. So whatever. Notice how I'm scripting just didn't care. Yeah. Okay, it compiles to WASM and there's JavaScript glue. I guarantee you that there's garbage collection going on. I guarantee it. Having a garbage collector is war crimey? Like literally the okay, anybody want to tell them because literally the entire JavaScript engine is garbage collected. Um I'm listening to a fever dream right now, by the way. People on the other streams. Okay, keep going. Well, I mean, it's handled by the JavaScript engine for JavaScript, and it's handled by the WASM engine, isn't it? Like they aren't the same engines. They're shipped in the same engine, but they have separate. They're separate, aren't they? Like the whole. So the way I understand the whole JavaScript and WASM thing, The only reason there's any JavaScript glue code in the first place is literally because WASM currently, mind you, um, can't access DOM or like native JavaScript APIs or any of that stuff to actually do anything useful in the browser. So they have JavaScript code in order to sort of make WASM useful in web pages. Now, I'm not saying it's a I, I'm not saying it's a good thing that that's the way it is, but it's just the way it is and what we got to deal with. But the vast majority of the code that you write in Emscripten becomes WASM, and that stuff performs really well. I can't wait. Ooh, ooh, ooh! It made it. It made it. All right, let's see what it actually did. We're gonna download both of the latest version files here. Wow, that yeah, I know. We're working on it. All right, so on the web there should now be, well, because it didn't actually have a file to do properly, but over on Windows there should be an assets folder and that. All right. I realized the mistake I made. I need to where is my WASM where are you? Here we are. So I need to take this, my code. All right. I have to actually make it available. Ah, sometimes some crimes go slipping through the cracks, but these two come shoe. Okay, so here we go. Let's go ahead because we know that that's where that is. There we go. And now we're gonna actually. I need to actually do something funny. I need to. Um. Oh my God. All right. I need input output. It has lots of information. All right. Where? Mhm. Okay. So I need to include fstream. I just need to do something. Ba, ba, ba. My brain just froze for some reason. All right. See. I'm not familiar with Raylib, so I'm going with stuff that I know more. So I need to. How do you see? Oh, come on. I can't believe I'm drawing blanks on something as stupid as opening a file and printing out the text. Can you believe that? The pressure's getting to me. This section is incomplete. There is no example. You're not allowed to know when to open. All right. All right. Let's go back here. Oh, God. No, I don't want that. All right. Basic. I mean, isn't. I could have swore. Oh, I know. I'm an idiot. I'm a moron. I could have sworn this was something you could do. All right. Hello, Grok. In C++, using uh, if stream, I need to load and print a file's contents using cout. I can't believe I'm doing this. You have to get it into a string? Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? Is it? No, it's get line. Just and that means that I have to include this. That was painful. Okay. There's something amiss with my settings. Spending way too much time doing this. There we go. There we go. Blah. Okay. All right. All of this is just to make sure that the web version works. What are we looking at here? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. Close that out. Yeah, sure. Maybe next time. All right. Yeah, that's painful. Okay. So now, I know I said I wanted to have this done. Okay. All right. Whether this works or not, I'm starting to code, and I'll have an hour to do it. No pressure. I'm not actually making a submission. I'm just not going to code after midnight. This is a very good sign. Okay. All right. We know assets work properly in all of the platforms that I stated that I support. Okay, so now I can actually, at this point, actually start focusing on development of a game. Okay. All right. So let's minimize that. I don't need that. With all due respect. So yeah. By the way, just a refresher. I am participating in the 4 MB game jam. It's hosted by Real Dwight, I believe is how it's pronounced. There's 58 minutes 9 seconds remaining on my screen. All right. There's a prize pool, but that doesn't matter for me because I'm actually a judge on this competition, so all of this is for the lulz. I just spent the last 2 hours setting up the project, making it so that when I make changes to the code, it's just going to work. All right. Now, some of you might be thinking, really? You spent 2 hours doing that? In the future, every step that I take I'm going to be saving so much time, spared so much aggravation, so much debugging by getting all of this done up front. Um, and it's a benefit that I can't actually quantify because of all of it that I'm not going to experience because I've done all of this work up front. So, very important, I think. And then if I wasn't restricting myself to like copying and stuff, I would have been done a while ago, a long while ago. All right, so I don't need any of this anymore. What? By saying I wouldn't copy and paste anything? Let's see here. Somebody's made an announcement. I wonder what. Oh, only 1 hour left. Oh, no pressure. No pressure. Okay. So let's take a look at. All right. So another thing that's done is the automatic building, and that is now officially completely done. We have observed these rules perfectly fine. All right. So now we have to actually make a game. All right. So I think because I'm using Relib and I'm kind of new to it, I think it's only fair that I sort of take inspiration from the examples and the stuff that's actually there. So let's go take a look at some of them. Like, I know this is kind of going to feel like I'm promoting Raylib, And I'm sorry if there's anybody out there that doesn't like Relib and is offended by that or whatever. Um, you're more than welcome to go someplace else. Because I'm about to spend a whole lot of time on the Relib website. Also, flashbang warning. I know it's too late. Sorry. Okay, so a couple. Uh, uh, do not threaten me. I know where you sleep. Yeah, there's a locked door between me and you. All right, so let's see here. What does this do? Left and right. Oh, okay. We move around. Okay, nice, 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 nice. Oh, we can. What is this? We can rotate. Ooh, built-in. Okay, so this is a built-in camera thing. Is that what? Okay. So camera, 2D vector stuff, rotation, zoom. Okay. So I'm just sort of looking at this here, noticing that me leaning is putting me out of the frame. I turn into a chopped off head. Here's half of me. Here's half of me. There we go. Maybe we do like a symmetrical thing, to save on graphics. Okay, so that's the camera object there. All right. This must be their custom vector. Now this is all C, so they don't have methods for all of this. Okay. All right. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just that it's a little bit of extra work if you're used to being in C++ land and having a library that like has built-in functions for each of the vector uh, operations. But I can work with that. That's fine. Hmm. It's another library, yeah. Um, I was thinking about using Javid's geometry, uh, and that comes with all of the 2D vector stuff that has all of the things that I'm familiar with. And then I don't have to use any of that stuff. I just got like when I punch it into the functions, I just gotta convert it over, right? Yeah, to the whatever the vector 2D. Yeah. Okay, so I'm not going to use any of the code, but I just want to sort of see what it looks like and what it works. And right now on my dev platform, my dev uh, so shameless plug, I made PGE Tinker. All right. This is my project. I made this. It allows you to make uh, PGE applications in the web, and I'm currently working on a port that allow not a port, a an extension of it that will allow you to do Raylib as well. And this is great because I can sort of like really quickly prototype stuff without actually affecting my project. So I could just come here and take a look at this, tweak it out, see what it looks like, see how it works. Okay. Okay. And I'm not breaking any rules because this isn't actually going into my project. So I can get a first-hand, you know, sort of putzing around with what's going on here. So let's take a look. What we got going on here. We're just going to stop that so that's not in the way. We're streaming, so we might as well just have all of the code. Zoom in a little bit. There we go. All right, so that's for drawing buildings. Get re- I'm sorry. Uh, at Moros 1138 on both Twitch and YouTube. Thank you. So, so what are these? Just pixels per frame, I'm assuming? And then rotation is just however much per frame? One per frame, two per frame for the movement? Player plus 20. What does that mean? Okay. Oh, okay. Because it's, let me guess, it's 40, right? Is the player size 40? Let's get down here and take a look at whatever that size is. Yep, nailed it. Okay, so player X plus. Why is it plus? Isn't the top left corner? Why is it plus? Are they in Cartesian space? It, it, but yet their example sets a target that's 20. That's half of it. Oh, no, 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 because it's the target. Okay, so I'm gonna. Okay, let's get a graphics application up here right quick. I'm just gonna real quick pull a Java to demonstrate what's happening. I understand now. Krita, shout out to Krita. They're awesome. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Okay, so yep. Spoiler alert. Cross-platform means cross-platform. All right, so let's go ahead and create a new image. Let's make it super huge. All right. All right, so what is happening? All right, and then let's zoom in. Let's get me a better brush, a bigger brush. Come on, give me a. There we go. Okay, so we got whatever our object is. All right, we got the top left corner, but we're setting a target. So let's say that this is 40 wide, 40 tall, right? So we want the center. In order to get that, we have to go plus to get to the center of that, and plus here as well. So that makes sense. It's we're setting the target for where the camera is following. Okay, so yeah, that it makes sense. It's counterintuitive if you're thinking of it in like screen space, right? It makes sense to me now. I mean, I'm new to this, so like the fact that I was able to figure that out, okay, give me a break. All right, so and then the offset. What does offset mean? Displacement from target. So it's screen width divided by 2, so half of it. So it's half and half. Then what does target do? Hold on. Okay, I need to see. Okay, so offsetting it is because you're on the target is the top left corner of the viewport. So you set an offset so that whatever it is actually in the center of the viewport. Huh, okay. Starting to understand a little bit, maybe. Okay. Well, this is fun and interesting and all, but I was promised something cool, so take a look at, well, maybe not cool, but like, let's take a look at the other things. 3D? Do we want to do 3D? Do I have enough time to do 3D? 45 minutes? All right. We don't think I do, huh? Damn. So, I am going to do 3D. Okay, here's the idea. All right, so you see this? Fuck that. Bye-bye. We're just going to do this. There we go. In Markdown. We should change notes.txt to notes.markdown. There we go. Yeah, there we go. See? Worms and wormholes? Holes and wormholes? All right. 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 So here's what we're going to do. We finally have a game idea. All right. 3D. First person. Flying simulator. And your goal is to pick up whatever. Maybe it's stranded worms in space. I don't know. Pick up something and return to the wormhole. All right. The wormhole takes you to the next level with more items to pick up. You have to pick up all items before the wormhole appears, and there's no winning or losing, and screw winning or losing because okay, so this is okay. What we're making. Okay. All right. All right. I said 3D, and you're like, what? Oh my god. All right. So I'm thinking about you. So let's take a look at Raylib, okay, for a second here. So we've got uh shapes. Okay. Basic shapes. Bouncing ball. What do we got here? Raylib anime. Ooh. Okay. Collision? Collision? Oh. Okay, this is not going to be very good for us in 3D domain, but cool, cool. It's all Vec2D. Yep, it's all Vector 2s. Okay, we got ray colliding. Ray. Okay, so there is some collision stuff, and this is under the R model. Okay, that makes sense. R models. Mhm. Okay. Okay, so I'm guessing, and this is just me thinking aloud, that the camera is also going to have to be 3D? Yep. Okay, so that means, well, let's actually go ahead and take a look at some examples. I keep getting lost in the weeds, like looking through this. Let's just look at like some tried code. All right, so that stuff is in the models. Whoa. First person. Oh, look at that. Wait, oh, what? What the hell? What the hell? What is this? You're getting stuck at the points. That's okay. All right. Well, it's an example, so we're not gonna, bust his chops over it too much. But like, this is not adequate like collision. All right. But I think okay, that's cool. Okay, so if you look here, this is a mini map. Okay. All right, so I need to take a look at the code here and see. All right, so take a look here. A perspective. All right, so here's where things get really quiet for me, okay? While I try a few of this stuff out. 'Lots of magic numbers on here. A 45-degree FOV. Okay, yep. Okay. Yeah, I'm not gonna have time to do this, I don't think. Lovely. Yeah, yeah. I don't think I'm gonna make it. One more. Like if I, yeah, yeah. See, the shits of it is like if I was doing PGE, I'd be done by now because I've got a template project for that. Instead, I decided to do Raylib. All right, well, let's see if I can write down a whole bunch of code really fast. Well, because I had her pal. All right, but it needs a lot of work, but I also have to type it out. Because I can't just copy and paste it like that, like I just did. And if we get rid of the random cubes, they're starting to look a little bit more sane. By the way, this is what happens when you tell Grok to give you this, like the game. By the way, but it's not particularly good with the movement. So I would have to debug that and figure that out. Um, However, let's instead focus on the 2D stuff because uh, okay, I don't need camera split screen. I don't need a platformer. Right, let's look at the 2D camera example. Uh, I could, but I don't want to reinvent like the wheel. Like that, you shouldn't have to do re-implement camera mechanics ever. If you, yeah, I know. Yeah, I get what you're saying. Hmm. Hey, so, hmm. So what are you guys gonna let me off the copy and paste hook? Yeah? Oh, here we go. All right, ladies, the chat let me off the hook for copy and paste. All right, let's go. Let's go. I've got 30 minutes left. Let's do this. All right, let's copy and paste. All right. All right. So, uh let's see here. Let's go to where's my grok? Where's my grok? All right, fine. I'll have to type it back in again. Okay. All right. All right. I'm using Raylib, and I want to uh, randomly generate a world where you traverse, where you collect items that are collect. We're gonna vibe code this. You realize that, right? What else? What else? Oh, use no assets. Use only the shapes provided by Raylib. Also, no history lesson. All right, let's see what it gives us. Um, okay. For a second there, I was like, what the hell just happened? Okay, okay, okay. Uh-huh, uh-huh. All right. Let's see how much of this is hallucinated. Collect all the red cubes. Okay, You win. Enter the... You're allowed to be disappointed. I was told I could copy and paste. I'm copying and pasting. All right, there. All right, all right. So where is this? I'm assuming this is from Ray Math. You sound proud of that. All right, tracking down. Okay. Sometimes I really hate C code. Oh, it's terrible. It's not. It's not going well. So what? All right. So I need to. Okay. Okay. All right. All right. 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 All right. Back here. All right. Close you. Let's start a new one. In Raylib, I need to tell the window to not appear. Shut up. Shut up. Stop it. Stop. I'm talking to you. Um, Okay. Okay, let's see if that works. Back up to the top. By here, is it before? Oh, it's after. Okay, so after init window, int active monitor. Okay, why? Okay, set window monitor, get current monitor. Like, why does everything have to be a variable? Okay, that didn't work. That was useless. Okay, well, let's actually try it its way then. Oh, come on. Come on. There we go. My keyboard shortcuts just ain't working. Active monitor. Um. Oh wait, I'm about to copy and paste now. Fuck. If it worked, it should appear here and not over there. Full screen mode. Okay, this is not working. It's over on my other friggin' monitor. And it doesn't work. Okay. Um, I hate that because it fucks up everything about my workflow. I I, I can do that technically. It's just I don't. I shouldn't have to do that. The, this is some bull. You shouldn't have to do that. Fuck you. Okay, so all right, none, and I mean none. Oh my god, that is awful. Okay, try to make sense of this. All right, all right. We don't need both. Sorry, sorry, Grok. No. Okay, yeah. The controls are awful. What the hell is it doing? Oh my god. No wonder. No, no, no. Okay, I need to. Okay, there's so much. That, okay, fuck that. Uh, oh my god. Okay, I suck at math, and this is all math, all of it. I think that might have just solved it. Oh, so. Oh, okay. Oh, quick, 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 quick. Got it. All right, all right, all right, all right. All right, all right. 18 minutes to go. Let's do this. I need to make the world smaller. All right. And. Oh my god. All right, all right, all right, all right. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. I have faith in you. I have faith in you. Come on, come on, come on. All right. All right, the world's definitely needs to be smaller. There needs to be a count of all the red cubes so that you know that you've collected them all. Oh, strafing is it strafes. Okay. We need to disable that. This is a space simulator. Where do I have to go like below the world? Where's the other cubes? Oh, there's one way the frig over there. Okay. All right. I'm coming for you. The world definitely needs some adjustment, but uh yep. And yeah, but that's what happens. You go into the wormhole, it regenerates the next level. I just haven't gotten there yet. Okay, so all right, so the world size. Okay, oh, it's adjustable. Oh, they were so thoughtful. Okay. Um, before I do anything else, let's go back to Mr. Grok. No, wrong thing, wrong thing. No, 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 no. So Grok exists on Twitter as well. It's just that I haven't been going there because people hate Twitter. It actually got better, but that's my opinion. Yep, it was already bad, and then other platforms came up, sprung up in its place. Well, yeah, that's a laugh in its place. Um, and they exist be, be, because that's where. So if you're advertising something, that's where you are. That's where people are. If you want to reach people, you go where the people are. And right now, that's where they are. It might change. All right. Um, all right. I want to. Okay, so where was that I saw a bunch of randomly generated cubes previously? Yeah, yeah. So we want instead of drawing, we want to have a. Oh god. So now this is C isms, right? I would normally just use a vector of item. Yeah. God, that would. Ugh. All right. World size is something I'm happy to leave up here as the thing. So we'll say it's like 50. And does it actually adjust based on the world size? It's all random. Okay, random. Okay. Max items. Okay. Maximum items. I can deal with 10 being a maximum. Sure. All right. All right. So we have the world space. Okay. There's something I need to fix because I do not use key up. So we're going to do just real quick like be us. Yep. I mean, ideally, left and right should rotate, but nah, forward and backwards is all you need. And a booster. Okay. I think this is, yeah, that's more manageable. Maybe a little bit more. Maybe a little smaller. Maybe go a max world size of say 30 maybe? Really? Why is that? That is so, okay, that's weird. No, 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 no. The movement is off. Like, well, you should be going forward, and it's doing this weird skew. I wonder. Okay, so is there something about the projection that's off? World size divided by two. World size. Okay, that's okay. These are positional stuff. Is there anything that got hard coded to 100 that doesn't need to be? I don't see it. I wonder. Okay, I wonder if setting it back to 100. Wait, was that floating point before? Okay, it was. Okay. God damn it! I got 10 minutes, and I don't want to be debugging movement. Okay, for some reason. Okay, for some reason, the world size has an effect on the way the camera is. Is it the FOV? Is it because it's too narrow for the FOV? I don't get it. I don't need orthographic though. What? I wonder. Apparently, I do. Okay. Apparently, I do. Okay, that's better. Oh wait. Okay, for hmm. Yeah, this is just downright unplayable. Okay, so we're gonna make it 100 again because I don't know what the hell, and I don't have the time to debug it. So so instead, we're just gonna make the move speed. We're gonna jack the move speed up and make the sizes of the items. All right, items. All right. It's just a position and whether it's collected. Okay. Um, so the size isn't randomized? Are you telling me that I'm going to have to actually code something? All right, let's see what happens with this. Where are you? There you are. Okay. Okay. All right, so let's Okay. We're going to commit some cardinal sins here. All right, let's see if that breaks anything. All right, for debugging purposes, let's make it one item. Okay, where are you? There you are. Okay, there we go. And then, okay, right. Okay, so now, um, instead of saying you won, wormhole active, draw sphere there. Okay. All right, where is the position? Is it literally just, okay, I can deal with that fine. Screw it. All right. Um, we don't need to, we don't need to draw anything there. Wait. Yeah, we don't need to draw anything there. All we have to do is if we, game one, here we go. Reset, and then pass in the camera. 2 minutes. All right, where are you? There you are. And then there you are. And then that just, yep, there we go. Okay. Did I change it back to 10, please tell it. Okay, I did. Good. All right. There we go. Done. So we can look at the commit. Time on the commit says now, but I guarantee you in a little bit it'll actually say when it was. I'm tired. Little bit. Watch, something in the pipeline breaks. I'm scripting, son. Now, I'm not actually making a submission on itch.io, so it's okay. But I do have this, and I can right quick. Yeah, whatever. Screw you. You are not the boss of me. Yes. Replace them all. All right. Did I leave that running? I did not. There we go. There we go. All right, so there are some things that I would change a lot, like having a star field in the background, like a skybox sort of thing, uh, would be nice. Um, like small like star like particles would also be nice. There we go. Okay. There we go. It's official. 11:59 was the actual official commit. I'm gonna screenshot that, upload it. Let's see here. We'll put that in finished. All right. So now, let's see here. It's 1 point an hour, right, Dwa? Are you okay? What's going on? Go take a nap. All right. So that was it. I'm done with this. So, I mean, I spent way too much time uh, faffing about with the build system, but when it came down to it, it was really helpful. And yeah, I stand by the decision. So every future project that I make with Raylib, you thought this was about the jam? No. See, I can take all of this now and be like, oh, yeah, I've got a viable template to start a Raylib project. Now I just got to add Linux to make Twat happy. All right, well, it's been fun. Y'all, you were watching on the other platforms, Twitch and YouTube. Don't forget to like and subscribe and all of the social media stuff. Uh, Thank you for watching. I hope this was fun, entertaining, or I don't know. Maybe you're screaming at your screen. Why isn't he doing this? Because I didn't. Is the actual answer to that question. Um, so thank you very much, and until next time, you're coding with Moros. Bye.